Hey there, I hope you are having a fantastic week. I am Sherry Samuels, the voice coach, showing you how to reconnect to your authentic voice by reframing your thinking, rebuilding inner trust, and rediscovering your innate curiosity. Now, you may be wondering why it's important to connect to your authentic voice and what that really means. Well, at the end of the day, when we are connected to our authentic voice, we are ensuring that we are creating and living our best life. So let's talk about it. Now, I don't want you to laugh, but one of my all-time favorite shows is The Golden Girls, like since childhood. And while a lot of what they were talking about may have been over my head back in the day, there is one thing that always stood out in my overly observant, always contemplating kiddo brain: how they showed up for each other. Even in the midst of the most challenging storylines, there were words of encouragement, moments of accountability, a funny story, and a shoulder to cry on. Those were always ever present. They kept each other sane in the midst of insanity. They celebrated each other's successes. They cried together. They laughed together. They healed together. Now, if you ask me, those are many of the ingredients of a solid friendship. But one thing we often miss is that those friendship ingredients are impossible to find unless we choose to be vulnerable. Yep, there I go again, the dreaded V word. I don't know about you, but sometimes getting to that place of vulnerability can still feel deeply challenging. Why? Because vulnerability is something that, in the midst of managing all the things that come with living our day-to-day lives, sometimes it takes more time and energy than we believe we have available in the day. It just does. And yeah, I still have moments of feeling that way. But in recent months, it's a choice that I've been making consistently. You see, when we chose to invite this amazing tiny human into our world, it was a big deal, and something that we quickly realized that although we are really amazing, was not a path we could walk alone. We had to turn to our tribe, the people around us who are not just friends, but family. We had to be vulnerable. Our survival meant choosing, time and again, to share our moments of struggle and seeming weakness, as well as the countless moments of goodness. It meant being vulnerable. And as we chose vulnerability, we were met with healing prayers, care in word and deed for the tiny human, support to stay grounded in ourselves and each other, and the kinds of hugs, laughter, words of encouragement, and words of wisdom that feed the soul. Now, each day, as I look at the tiny human and strive to do the right things with and for her, I'm reminded of the gift that is vulnerability, because it's that gift that has led to the friendships that help us to manage this current space we are in this life. Now, as you move through the rest of your week and life overall, I want you to remember this: where there is vulnerability, there is ease that surpasses understanding and doors that lead to answers. There is healing and growth. There is opportunity to thrive in this thing we call life. So, with that in mind, I want you to set the intention to embrace the vulnerability that creates opportunities to connect deeply to your own friendship tribe as you continue to take steps toward creating your authentic life. And if embracing that space of vulnerability feels challenging, I get it. I want you to message me to schedule a complimentary consultation where we can talk about what that looks like for you, how to heal those old things that are slowing you down, that are keeping you from being able to freely embrace that space of vulnerability. This isn't something that we can do on our own, and that is okay. Sometimes we need to call on members of our tribe. Maybe that tribe is your friends. Maybe that tribe is a therapist. Maybe it's family. Maybe it's a coach. But I would love to see you thrive in your authentic life. I am Sherry Samuels, the voice coach, and this was your thought for the week.